Hi everyone, welcome to the brand new episode or session of Awakening Minds meetup. So today we have around 4 to 5 speakers, and we have various interesting topics. And the as per the regular guidelines, will be the speaker will be talking for 5 minutes. Then we can have a discussion or inputs from other team members, and any questionnaires or anything you want to ask to the speaker, you can directly ask in this forum. Later part, if somebody joined new, so they can introduce themselves and they can talk on something that if they are going through some books or they're reading something that is interesting, so they can talk on that. So this is was the agenda. So today the first speaker is Jyoti Ranjan. Yes, it's great to start with Jyoti.
Okay.
Welcome, Jyoti.
Hello everyone. So Bhagya and everyone, I'd like to share my screen. Can you allow me to share?
Let me do that. Yes, done.
Okay. Okay. So is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. So my name is Jyoti Ranjan and I have around 10 years of experience. And today I am going to give a brief session on DISC personality, which is one of the way of doing. It's a way which is used to do behavioral assessment of the individual. It is being followed by most of the company, almost all the Fortune 500 company, they follow it. It is helpful for them to understand how their employees are. And it is nothing but it doesn't mean once you go through that link which I have shared in WhatsApp group, that if you're following in that group, there's nothing wrong in becoming in any of these in any of these group. So it is your personal character and your personal trait. So it is up to you. Okay. So let us understand it what it is. DISC. I'll just minimize this. Like this. So DISC, it's a behavioral assessment tool. So what which stands for, D stands for dominating, going through the task oriented way. How it goes. So D goes ahead with the active. D, it starts with the active. So it is how active you are, and how you react to the situation, and then slowly it becomes passive. Passive in the sense you wait for and you listen to the people and then you start working on it. So D, it is more on the task oriented, taking more on the task oriented side. It is being how active you are, which talks more on the dominating, directing, driving, demanding, and similar. So you are decision oriented. You don't delay in taking decision. You're straightforward, whatever you want, and you direct people. You always like people to direct and lead a team. That is how D is if you are coming under D, or your characteristics of D fall into I. It is more on the in how you inspire people, how you influence people. So they are the one who are more people oriented, like we as a speaker. So we do have a characteristic of I more. There it can depend. Okay, there might be other characteristics also. So if you see influence speaker, like anyone who talks more, so they fall under this group. And then there's something called as S. So that is more on the steadiness. You are stable, you are calm, and you are people servant. You allow people, and you like helping people at any point of time. And then we do have, then the last one is C. That is more on the task oriented. So you is also passive on the task oriented. But here you always refer to the correctness. So you always talk about the number. You are compliant. You know the facts and figures. So that is how C falls into. Let us see some of the person who falls under D. It would be very easier for everyone to understand, but since lack of time, I'll rush completely. I'll be I'll try to complete it as soon as possible. So D, you can by photo you can understand the nature of Trump. So he's always dominating and directing. Uh, I you can guess. So Sidhu is one of them, and then similarly Ranveer Singh also falls under this criteria. Third one, any guess? Anyone can tell about who will come under steadiness? Any guess what kind of person can come into steadiness? So who listen to us, who are people friendly, who work for the people, always calm, don't try to fight with the people. Any guess on that? Okay, so our father of nation, Mahatma Gandhi and Nelson Mandela. So those are the people. They have more characteristics of steadiness. And the last one is compliant. So these people, they always try to talk to themselves. So they will be always conservative and will be always ready with the facts and figure. And that is how they take decision. And that's how Viswanathan is one of the best chess player in the world has. Now, this is on the overall part. Now, what we can do to make sure that there might be people in your family members, so some of them is very dominating. Some of them they like mingling with people, they interact with the people, and some of them they're slow in decision. But whatever they do, they take a correct decision. And some of them they always talk about, okay, you are doing this. What happened in the last time? So last time it was not correct. So how we can make sure that we deal with those kind of people? When you're communicating with people, let's say your manager or your team lead or your senior folks in your team, he has a more of a dominating character. So with them, you always try to be brief with them. Don't explain them in a detail. Listen to them. If you have any doubt, just ask them. Don't hesitate to ask. Always focus on the solution. Don't tell about the problem, and do not challenge them. So these people don't like challenging them. And always be ready to accept their sarcasm. So they might say some words. So be ready to accept those. Now, how you deal with the I character people? So they are the people who are more talkative. They will be always talking to yours. They will talk a lot with you. They will always try to explain you. Like we people in the group, most of us has a I influential characteristics. So they will always share their experience. They value sharing, and they'll be always optimistic, and they always try to give them the center state. Always invite them, allow them to give their session, and be ready to listen to their lecture, because that is what they like to do. Now, on the steadiness, these people are the personal, so more of the sensitive people. They might feel bad if you say anything which is touchy to them, so they go slow, explain them very clearly, and be ready to accept their sensitivity. Don't say anything which can harm them. They always take it very personal. C are the compliant or consciousness people. So they always focus on facts and figure. Try to be logical. Whenever you say you should do a background history, background research on that, then only you say. Be specific whenever you are explaining them and telling them those things. Do not underestimate their expertise, because they know each and everything, and they have done their homework. That is how these people are expert. And always be ready to accept their critical feedback. If you say something wrong, they have the facts and figure, and they will show to you that no, this is not the way it should be done. That is the other way, and whatever you're telling it is wrong. So be ready. So these are a few ways to cope up with the people having characteristics falling under any of this. So there might be people who can have 2 3 characteristics also. But as an overall, you will be having two important characteristics. So when you go through the survey, your top two will be something that is the characteristics you have. So there's nothing wrong in having dominating or influential or compliance or steadiness character. Now, there are some general characteristics. So they are determined. So D determined, I is social, S is conservative, and C is they are on the calculating part. So some of the characteristics matches between C and S, and then similarly, you might see there are some topic or some characteristics matches with others also. How to handle how to make sure that so just always accept them, the people, how they are. You cannot change the people, so just accept them how these people are. That is the one way to tackle these people, and other things are just a theory and a practical experience. So yeah, that's all from my side. Any question for me, I am happy to take it. Over to you, Saubhagya.
Excellent topic, and so nicely explained. So everyone knows now which quadrant you are falling. DISC.
Yeah,
I
and
am missing that. Oh, disco.
yeah, I have one additional side. So one additional side. So we should always try to fit in whatever the role demands. Okay, it is not that
Yeah,
we should be always dominating. So
true.
as a D, you have to address the problem. So you make yourself as a D. When you are working on compliance, or you are auditing for doing testing, or there are some kind of things. So you should know how to react on the procedure. And steadiness is how you demonstrate your pace, consistency. So that is how you do. And I is the handling. So if you are talking to people, or you are giving session, lecturing, or any kind of thing, so always try to influence people. So that is what I wanted. So, and remember one thing, please accept the people how they are. You cannot change them. That's all. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you.
Excellent. Anyone has any question or any inputs or experiencing this kind of leadership? Any area of seen?
Yeah. So again, this is Avni this side, and what Jyoti covered very nicely covered, and that is one part of conflict management also, DISC.
Okay,
What he
great.
covered.
Yes.
Even Vijay generally also covered in his sessions. So
Yes.
as he talked about like D for dominating, I for influencing, S for steadiness, and C for compliant, right? So we should not be one of the quadrant as you talked about, I think few minutes back. We should be balance of those things.
Yeah,
If you are more dominating, then people will start going away from you. I can give you an example, like suppose you started, you as a leader or manager, you're doing micromanagement, people will not like you. And that is a dominating kind of character, right?
true.
Simply like some steady people who just want to have a balanced life, and they don't want to get into unnecessary problems. Okay, life is going, let it go, like that. Those people are steady people. And you talked about C, right? DIS. C is the person who want more detailing. They are the person who do more researching. Means they goes, if they want to buy a simple pen also, they will do googling. They will do a lot of research. So those kind of person is C. And I is the person who is a friendly and who loves people around them. So those kind of person are influencing. I think I'm adding a correct
Yes.
conclusion. Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, this
Okay,
is from my
great.
side. I don't want to
Yeah.
put much thing. Yeah. Okay.
So now we will have Avnish telling that how the if there is a conflict between all these things, how he'll manage. So he will talk about that later.
Yeah, I'll talk in some time. I
Fine.
think somebody can start, then I can take my topic. Little
Yes.
later.
So the
Okay.
next speaker, maybe you can close this Jyoti, PPT. It was very nice. Yeah. Thank you so much. You can stop sharing.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So now we have the FM quality voice, Pooja. So we can have Pooja on stage.
Voice is not coming.
You're mute,
She's
Pooja.
muted, I think.
Yeah,
So okay.
I'll unmute.
I'm sorry. Um, so today I'm going to talk about this. Hi all. Today I'm going to talk about this topic. Where this boy he faces anger management issues. He gets anger like very fast. So what happens is his father. It's a story. So what happens is his father decides to control his anger. So there is a huge fence in the garden. So he tells his son that every time you are angry, you will have to put a nail on the fence. So days passes by. Every day, some days he puts 36 nails. There are times he puts like 5 nails. There are times he put like 10 nails. So slowly his anger comes down. So there is a day when he doesn't get angry and he doesn't put any nail on the fence. He goes and he tells to his father that I'm no more getting angry. I learned how to control my temper. I know how to like before speaking what to say. So his father tells him, okay, that's very nice. What you can do is you can go and start removing the nail in order to balance your anger. So what this boy does is every day, in order to balance his anger, every day he removes one nail in order to like not to overcome his anger, or in order to have the balance of his anger. Every day he starts removing the nail. So there's one day where he is never angry, and he went and he shows to his father that see, I have removed all the nail from the fence. You can come and you can see. So when his father goes and checks the fence where he has put about 100 nails and all, when he pulls it off, there are holes in the fence. So what his father is trying to tell him that before you speak something, you should think about it many times, because there are times you might hurt people, uh, and those things, like people might take it very it might touch their heart, and there are times they would never forget it. So before speaking or before uh, telling something, you should always keep things in mind, because you never know what the people in front of you might be pursuing it, how they must be taking it. Because once you pull the trigger and the bullet is out, it is very difficult to get back the bullet. So he tells his son that this is how anger is. If you say something to people and if they feel bad, you cannot get it, like you cannot get that thing back. So his father teaches him that's how anger management is. You'll have to slowly calm down. You shouldn't be that angry.
Super, nice. So we need to teach our kids anger management from the age that they start understanding self. That's a emotion actually. So you start managing it well, so it will be helpful for you, everyone. Nice
Yeah,
topic.
very true.
Yes, nice topic, Pooja.
Thank you.
So now I will go, and my topic is organize planning. So I am here, Sabhagya. I am a life and meditation coach. So I do a lot of programs in mind and meditation. Plus there are workshops, talks, and we do a speakers club also. We have in our regional language like Odia, and we are doing some activity that is to connect people. Through Udia, like it's a medium of connection, and we are connecting with a large number of people and providing them a platform. Along with, I have another like managing with me team members. He is here also, Lipsa. So we are doing this together. So that's something that we have taken this initiative last month started, and it is growing actually. So my topic is organized planning. It's from Think and Grow Rich. So if you would have gone through the topic desire that is in the second chapter, so it was saying that whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe it can achieve. So that's what. So when you first have the desire, so then you have the planning. So what is that planning all about? You have a desire, you have manifested the desire, or you have you have something that you always wanted to do, and you have made yourself like that. Now comes the right action. So for the right action, we always need this planning. So the desire will be fruitful when you actually have a real action to support it. So when you start putting a plan and action, it will work. So what here it's saying Napoleon Hill is, this book was written, I think this was published in 1966. So that time he has this, he can see this, that this will be like kind of the qualities a man needs to make money or whatever desire you want to achieve. And this book is still we read it and we follow it. Even if there are so many changes in industry, so many changes in the way people make money, people do jobs, but still this is relevant. Just imagine how powerful was his imagination in writing books. So that is Napoleon Hill for you. So this was saying that you should have the group of people that is called a mastermind. So group of people connected with a single source. That is how we will drive this. That has to be there, the core of it. And you should have some kind of, what do you say, uh, it has to be there something for them, like a result. It's not about money or it's not about something else. There should be some kind of results for everyone there. So that's the reason they will be motivated. What is that? So that you need to have that complete use of that mastermind group and grow each other. That's how it works. The second thing is the what is that you have to meet those members regularly. It's maybe weekly, twice. He has told. If you have a plan, it's not like that plan will work every time. It's said weekly, twice. At least you have to meet those people. So to see that whether this plan is working or you need to change something in it or modify in it, and maintain a perfect harmony. It's like there should be a harmony between team members. There should be a harmony between the people who are there, the part of mastermind. It can be 5 people, 3 people, 7 people, or 10 people, but that should be a harmony. So your first thing is you are engaged in undertaking a major importance thing that is to you, and then you start working on it. If you're having everything, this master group is there, plan is there, and everything happening is as per your plan, but you are failing, means you didn't find the result. So what you will do then? So there starts the motivation part, that what exactly you should do. So the thing is, if your plan fails, try another plan. So that is what something that you should try. You should never quit. So he's saying that temporary defeat means it's only one thing. There is something wrong in your plan. It doesn't mean that we all are wrong. There may be something wrong in the plan. So millions of people go through this life in misery and poverty because they don't try it again, or they have a plan that is not working. So that's what he said. Never quit at that point. Start putting your effort on some another plan. And he has given the example of James J. Hill and Henry Ford. Like they had a temporary defeat, but they had massive success after that. So when defeat comes, what he's saying is accept it. So that's what you will actually understand. It's a signal that your plan are not sound. So rebuild on that, work on that, and then find out what will work for you. So then you will have a robust plan actually. So it's a good signal for us that that there is something good is coming. So whether you are planning to do some product selling or some personal service selling, for everything this works. And you should have some kind of vision for the group also. Whichever group you are working, for every member you should have that vision. Then it is coming to leaders that Jyoti spoke. So what kind of leadership actually fits in? So most leaders begins as followers, he's saying. So it's never you don't feel like it's not seem to be a follower. Always it is good to be an intelligent follower that you learn from your leader. So there are two types of people in the world, he's saying. One is leader, one is follower. But intelligent followers who are actually following the leader the way he is driving the things, they will succeed. They will become leaders. So it's not like follower means you'll always be a follower. So the leadership quality that he has spoken, the self-control should be there in leadership. Keen sense of justice for everyone. It's not for one person or second person, for everyone. And the decision has to be definite. What he said is like you should have a clear goal in your mind. That's all. And a definite plan. What is the work? What should be done? Everything has to be something concrete. And the doing of habit, that then again that we had spoken this before. So do more than you paid for. What is everything you are not being paid for, but do more. sympathy, understanding, and empathy. Everything is there in the leader. Mastery for the detail. If something is missing, the leader will actually find out. And willingness to assume full responsibility of him and also his followers. So that is how the leader actually drives this. And that helping each other and taking help from each other, it's like cooperation and being involved in the every work. That is one more point of that leader makes it possible for everyone. So that's all about the plan. How do you plan it? Whatever plan you have, how do you make sure that it works? And if it doesn't work, then it's a signal for you that there is something wrong in the plan. Let's rebuild it and make it work. And if you have leaders or you have all leaders working together, definitely the success is yours and the desire will convert into whatever you have manifested. Thank you so much. So that's all. So now anyone want to add anything, or you can just move on to next speaker?
Can I add?
Yeah.
Let's say
Yes, please.
yes. Uh, just everyone tell about success. So I just wanted to add two things in success, which is clarity and focus. So clarity is power. It's Deepak Bajaj's books. So clarity is power. You cannot beat a goal that you can see. Right. Clarity brings passion, speed, and enthusiasm. Clarity gives you strength. Speed is just impossible without clarity. When you know why you are doing this, there is a flow in your daily working, and that brings better result and faster result for you. And the second things Bruce Lee said, the successful warrior is the average man with leisure-like focus. So clarity plus focus involvement is the two things. And the last line, focus means follow one course until you success. Once again repeating, follow one course until successful. So every extraordinary achievement begins with clarity and focus. Your life is controlled by what you focus on your clarity.
Focus.
Thank you.
Nice, good. So I think Avnish is there. Thanks, Lipsa. And
Lipsa, can you bring the book name in the group just for everyone
Yeah.
reference? Yeah. Okay.
be a network marketing millennial.
Marketing. Thank you.
Yes, Abhagi, I joined.
Yeah, please, you can start. Yeah, Avnish here. So welcome, Avnish. So Avnish, we have 5 minutes, 6 minutes only. So you can quickly ramp up, or whatever is left, we will do it next. No problem. 5
No
minutes.
issue, no issue. I'll just share my screen first. Then
Yeah,
you can go.
please.
But still, I'm seeing some disable. I don't know why.
No, it's enabled. See?
Share screen is the option, right? The arrow one.
Yeah,
right?
Or you can
Yeah,
just
I'll-
go through.
Yeah. No issue.
Actually, maybe it'll end. So you can quickly do this.
Yeah, let me know once you are able to see my screen.
Sure. It is visible.
I think I have to swap it. Just 2 seconds.
Yeah.
You are able to see, right? My screen.
Yeah, I can.
That presentation.
Presentation I can see.
Okay, fine. Okay. Yeah, fine. Yeah, welcome guys. This is Avnish and I work as a program manager in Bangalore, one of the, you can say, automotive industry, and I'm an alumni of IIM Bangalore as well. So let me start the topic quickly. So we have covered some point last week regarding the conflict management, why generally conflict happens. So I'm going a little fast here because as Saubhagya told me 7 minutes for me, 5 to 7 minutes. So these are the agenda which we have already going to cover or we have covered. Like what is conflict, conflict between parties, why conflict happens, causes of conflicts, types of conflict, way to manage conflicts, and outcome of conflicts, and conflict resolution using third alternative by Stephen R. Covey. So basically, conflict happens. Conflict is a situation where you will come across two person or two parties where there is some difference. So these are the things we have covered last week. So there are some of the things why conflict happen. It can be expectation. So one second. It can be fear of the person. It can be attachment. It can be poor communication. Mostly we see communication issue. Why this conflict or misunderstanding or something happened in the past or some different paradigms. Like one person can have one perspective, another person can have other perspective. These are the causes of conflict which I covered last week. So I'll be not going in detail. Might be once I'll finish next week, then I can send this PPT across to you guys.
Yes, Avnesh.
Yeah, there are two types of conflicts. One is constructive, one is destructive. So constructive can be functional, where you add some value to your team, your group, or to yourself, or where you just increase the information and ideas and try to make the things more innovative. But the other way it goes like dysfunctional, where somebody is blocking some organization goals and they're stopping to reach due to some of the issues like tension, anxiety, or stress. Or there can be a poor decision as well. And there can be also one more thing like reducing the trust. So I was about to cover this topic last week, this particular slide. So I'm coming here. So there are 5 ways to manage conflicts. First one is avoiding, where both the parties can avoid and the conflict cannot be happen. Suppose there are 2 persons, they are having some conflict. If they ignore that conflict, then that doesn't happen. But that is not the best way. That is the worst way to handle the conflict. Then comes the second way, like compromise, where both the parties give something and they come together with a common agenda. But that is also not very satisfying. Then coming to the competing. Competing means one person will win always and one person will lose. Taking an example of any game like cricket, football, or whatever. Or you take an example of a corporate industry where you have a bidding and there's for one company or one project, there can be a multiple companies bidding for one project and one company can win that bid. So that can be one way. The accommodating, like this is one where one person is going to just give everything, like he will be like compromising most of the time and he allows other person to win. So that is also not the best way. So I'm coming to the final one, the collaborating. That is the one way where both the parties win and we should come to with the common agenda. So I'll just go to the next slide. So these are the places which you see. So for competition, like I win, you lose. Accommodating, I lose or give in. Means always you give in something and you lose always. Compromising means something we have to give and we have to come to common agenda. And if you see collaboration, this is the best way to do the conflict management, to handle the conflict management. Okay. Now, as I just want to cover this slide as well, like models predicting workplace.
We'll have it. Well, next we'll have it. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's fine nowadays. So sorry for interrupting. It's like we have this much of time. So next slide we'll take it from you. So this is so much informative. We will go for a review also,
okay,
revision also. Thank you so much, guys, and it was a very informative session. So any of you can talk. We will just it will end. I said. Say bye bye. Thank you. I said everyone.
I think Bhaskar is there. If you want to take some.
Bhaskar has joined. Okay.